YouTube, what's up? It's your boy KB back at it with another video. Today we got a high taper. We're not taking nothing off the top because he's trying to grow it out, so let's get straight to it. We're going to start off in the back by putting in our first bald line with our trimmers. Depending on the shape of their neck, you either want to round the bald line or just take it straight across. Make sure that when you do this, you apply a little bit of pressure. Too much isn't good in this area because the neck is very sensitive. Now we're coming in with our open blade all the way. We're going to set in our second guideline. After you set that in, you want to go ahead and close it about halfway, close it all the way until you get that line out, and you might have to come back with the trimmers to get that line that you set in the beginning. For this next step, you're going to come in with the one guard all the way closed and bring it up the same amount you did with that open blade. After you finish doing that, you're going to go ahead and open it up all the way and flick out right above where you set the closed blade line. That's going to blend straight into the bulk that's already there instead of raising that up. Now we're going to come in with our half guard halfway open and flick out at that line that you see at the bottom. Here, don't be afraid to go up. It does the math itself. So because you did closed one guard, this half guard should blend right into it as long as you flick in there. Try not to dig in. If you feel like you just keep chasing the line, it's more than likely because you're digging in with the clipper. You want to just kind of come in at an angle and flick out and keep the clipper on the head at the same time, because the more you dig in there, the harder it is going to be to take out the line because you're just going to keep setting more. After you finish that, you come back in with the masters all the way open, no guard, and just start flicking out at that line. This part requires a little bit more detail, so try to use your corners. Don't use the full blade if you don't have to. And then after you go open, you're going to close it up about halfway and then close it up all the way till that line is out of there. And like I said before, if you already used your zero guard there, using your open blade won't take off nearly as much hair as you think, so don't be scared to go up higher. Now I'm coming back with my half guard and just doing some detail work. I got it closed right here and I'm just flicking out at all the dark spots that I see. And all the hair that we left out at the bottom, we're going to come through with our trimmers and take that out and then bring the shavers right behind it. I like to leave the hair there to take off last because it kind of shows the contrast between the skin and the fade, so you can really see if there's any details that you need to work on before you take that hair off. So for the side, that's going to be the same steps as the back. I'm going to come in and set my guideline in with my trimmers. I like to set it right underneath the fold of the ear. That's enough to create a high taper, but also not too much to where you can't create a blend. But do keep in mind that every head is different, so you want to contour that line to the shape of each head to create a custom haircut for each client. Make sure that you're always coming through with the shaver because it's really what helps this taper pop out, unless you see that your client's skin can't really handle that. So I'm gonna come through with my Masters halfway open and setting that first guideline. The reason I did it halfway is because the Masters blade opens up a lot wider than regular clippers, so to show that it can be the same steps with the Masters as a regular clipper. Same thing as the back, open, halfway, close until you get that line out, and you once again might have to come through with that trimmer to take out that little faint line at the bottom. Now I'm going to come in with my 2-guard close, and from this point on we're going to be fading down. So we're going to take that 2-guard kind of right above the top of the ear and set in our shape, and after that we'll come in with the 1 open. Now we're going to come in with that 1-guard open right off from where we left at the 2-guard, and don't be scared to really get in there because you need to be able to compress these guards together to create your blend. And when it comes to reverse fading, you really got to have patience and make sure that you do all the steps and realize that it won't be done until you finish all the steps. So if you feel like you're kind of halfway through it and it's not looking too good, just stay patient with yourself because you're not done yet. Right here I'm flicking a little bit behind the ear so there's not too much of a harsh line left from the 2-guard and the 1-guard, all that stuff. Now we're going to come in with our half guard halfway open and flick right under where we left off with the 1 closed. Right here I open up the guard all the way and I start detailing with my corners to get into the tight spots. Detailing is very important with these tapers because you're in such a small area, you need to make sure that you can get every spot. Now we come in with our blade all the way open and go straight into where we left off with our half guard. Like I said, you did come in with a 0 guard, so using this blade all the way open won't take off as much hair as you think, so don't be scared to get in there. And after that, you finish all the steps, and now you come through with any guard that you think is needed and do your detail work. Here I'm getting my half guard because I can still see that faint line between the open blade and where I left off with the half. So I'm going to get in there with the corners, full blade, and just do what I need to do to flick out all those dark spots. to be the Magic's barber pencil that we use. A lot of people do use it differently. I like to use it to set my first initial line. Then I'm going to put my trimmers on. Now that we got that natural line in, I'm going to come through with my topic hair fibers and enhance it just a little bit more. Don't use it too much to where you can really tell that there's enhancements in the hair. Your goal is to try and keep it as natural as possible. After we got that line in there, I've seen a couple more dark spots, so I'm going to come in with my 2-guard and just work out that line that I see in there. Just like I said before, it is a major key to always detail your cuts. For the neckline up, just try and keep it as natural as you can, and also don't be too hard on this area. It is a sensitive spot for your clients and you don't want to irritate the skin. YouTube, this is a finished look at the cut. For the other half of the video, I'm going to go ahead and just let it ride out. If you need to keep up on some steps, go ahead and refer to the beginning of the video. I do really appreciate y'all watching this. If y'all could do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my Instagram at KBChops. This is my YouTube at KBChops. And go ahead and leave a comment on what y'all want to see next. It's your boy KB, and I'm out.